right, YouTube, another great day in the shop. so today we've got to put in the nut plates. We have these nut plates down here. Well, we got to put in the corresponding nut plates here and also here. So we will get those today. Get those squeezed in. The other thing is the missing pieces, vans, that piece and some other pieces that came with it that were missing or inadvertently the wrong piece. And it wasn't a whole lot, so I don't want to make it sound like, guys, you will appreciate the amount of pieces that come in these kits and how well Vans doesn't screw them up. I just can't figure it out how they when they say they got 250 rivets or nut plates, not rivets, they do that by the pound, but XYZ parts, they literally have 250. They're probably using the weighing scales and tar scales that I talked about to pull the parts, but so those came in today. So hopefully we're going to get a bit of primer made up, and we will get this end piece primed on the lower spar. But first we want to get these nut plates in that need to go in all of these holes here, get those done, and get this spar close to being wrapped up. We got to the instructions, we got to put a piece here, and then we got a tie down piece for the tie down to do, but I can probably do that later. No one says I have to do it. Now, I didn't clear my throat because I'm going to do it later. It's just clear my throat because I have something in my throat. So it goes here, and then that will complete the spar portion, and then we will be on this guy down here. So it's a good not delay, but it's a good segue that will, get this spar ready to go, get the other piece painted, let that sit for about 2 days as we wrap up this spar, and then we'll progress on to the next evolution. So that's about it. You guys can hear the compressor going in the background. Oh, I'll have to tell you, went to Sun and Fun last weekend. Had a great time. Got to meet some of the people that I wanted to meet. Didn't get to meet Gil, or I didn't see Gil from Build Go Fly, or Jason Ellis, or the plane lady. I was really bummed that I didn't bump into him. I was looking for him, and also Mojo Grip. I was looking for him, but saw his airplane and everything. And Mojo Grip is a sling builder, but he talks about various airplanes. Really nice guy. Love his stories in aviation and stuff. So didn't have the opportunity to meet those guys. Really wish, but hey, that gives me a reason to go to Oshkosh next year, right? Or this year, not next year, this year, and everything. So that's oh well, life is what it is. You can't always get what you want, right? So that's a Rolling Stone song. So I did get to meet Jimmy from Jimmy's World. He was over at the Dynon booth. And it was funny because I heard his voice before I turned around. He was talking to one of the Dynon reps as I had my back to him talking to another rep, and I recognized the voice right away. And he probably thinks I'm a geek or a nerd because it was funny to see him there. And I don't want to get ahead of the game, but he was handing out stickers for Save the 310. And everything. So if you haven't gotten on board with that effort, I would recommend get on board with it. I am, and everything. So it was really cool to meet him. Got to meet Jason Schaffert from M0A. He's actually out of one of the airports that I fly into quite a bit, Ocala, and know a lot of him. Jesse Saint was there. Met a lot of guys. PS Engineering. Spent some time with the Lycoming guys. And you know, just incredible. You guys will hear about it a little bit more as we progress, and I'm sure you're probably tired of looking at this spar. I'm gonna get to work, I promise. I would flip the camera around, but I'm just too lazy right now. So and everything, but maybe I'll do it on the exit shot. But like I said, we got nut plates to put in and everything, and then you know, we'll just kind of see where we're at, and we will work on getting not that piece but the replacement piece for that one primed after I get it mated up. So that's about it. To be well, and stay tuned if there's anything I feel that you need to see or anything, you know the routine. I'll cut off and let you guys see it. And like always, this plane's not going to build itself, so I got to quit yapping and get to work. All right, YouTube. So I want to share with you an issue. So we have to install some nut plates on this face of the spar, right? And we used a 3.4 rivet, these guys right here, the 426s. Let me get one up here so you guys can see the kind of dilemma that I'm in, right? So we use that rivet right there. So obviously we have to countersink these holes so that rivet sits flush. See how that sits flush? That's what you're supposed to do. Well, the problem is this. When this is the cage that we use with the bit, well, it won't go, see, let me show you, see, it won't go in that hole, or it won't because of this. So I was, in my infinite wisdom, I was like, well, I'll just take the cutter out and I'll mount it to, this is my deburring, one of my deburring tools, and I'll just put it right here and spin it. Well, as you can see, I don't know if you can see, I broke the tip off. There's a tip, a pilot hole tip that goes in there. Let me see if I can find the tip. There it is. Right, let me see, right there. And that is what does the pilot hole. So it is obvious that you can't do this. So I am kind of don't know what to do here. I got a reamer. But I even think that is too big for this. I have that reamer that we use to enlarge holes. That might be too big to get up into these spaces here. I don't know. But needless to say, I broke my countersink bit, so I have to go get another one. Might be able to take it out of this cage maybe, or I don't want to take this thing apart, but use this shaft here. I don't know what to do. That this keeps it from sliding back. So yeah, so this is a cage, so maybe I can take that. I don't want to take this apart, so I got to figure out some way of mounting this bit in something that's going to stay steady, and I'm not going to snap that off. Well, regardless, I have to go buy a new little reamer here. So I will get a new one. So I'll take this one home with me and go on the web and get a new one. There are numbers on here, I believe. Yep, there's numbers on there. So I'll get a new one of these. But that still doesn't, I'll probably get a couple of these, but that still doesn't resolve how do I get that one countersunk. How do I get that countersunk? Yeah, if you know, leave a post in the bottom, but I think I'm done for the day. Usually I have a rule that when I screw up, I finish. I'm done. And actually, I don't have no way of reaming. I don't have no way. Listen to me speak. I don't have a way of reaming that out because I don't have another bit. So I'll have to get another one and get that ordered. But then more importantly, I got to figure out how I am going to mount it up so I can get that in there, and then also without breaking off the tip. So, all right. Let me think about it, and if I come up with a solution here in the next 2 minutes, I'll be back. All right, YouTube, here we go. Here's the solution. When I cut holes or whatever, I deburr. right? I deburr those. Well, this deburring tool, the reason why I put it on a very slow screwdriver, and I use one from Harbor Freight, that Braun screwdriver. You guys have seen me use it before. It's what I use to deburr. So I took that deburrer and I proceeded to put it up into the drill, and the drill gives me enough RPM, and that just shows you that you don't want to use this in a drill, because look what it did, guys. It actually countersunk. So I used that. I tested it with a rivet. So it actually makes a great countersink tool. And yeah, so I use that. So I'm going to get these riveted up, and then I'm going to call it a night. And then we'll just kind of go from there. But I've done my 2 hours. I know that because my timer went off. So I got my 2 hours in. So what did we get done today? Well, we got all the nut plates in here along the top edge. You can see, well, look at that, like nice little soldiers. It's kind of a cool little effect. I think that'll be the picture for the video. We got these nut plates in here, and then we got these done here. I'm gonna have to buck those because I don't have a arm long enough that can reach all the way through here, a yoke. I do, but I don't like it. It has way too much flex. So I'm just gonna buck these in place, and but I'm gonna call it a night. It will be here tomorrow, and there's no reason to rush it and everything. So and we got our 2 hours in, but really happy. Like I said, I got those nut plates in. Those are all in. And everything. So you guys know the routine. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, I gotta order one of these because I'm dead in the water anyways on that guy until this comes in. I'm gonna order a couple actually. But you guys know the routine. If you have any comments, concerns, questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section. I will get back to you when I can. And like always, be safe, do the right thing, and may God bless you and your family. Keep you safe. All right, so I just had to do it. I just had to get these nut plates on. I will tell you, these here, I use the bucking, I use the pneumatic and bucked using these guys. I will also tell you, I used the big old squeezer, the Big Daddy there. I forgot that I had that squeezer with a large yoke. So what I did is I squeezed these upper and lower one and to get them set. And then I came back with the bucking bar, or with the buck and the pneumatic. The reason being is the same problem you're gonna have with getting the pneumatic, especially the one with the rubber tip, getting it on that rivet. It's only gonna catch the edge. So it's gonna cause some problems. So, like I said, so what I did is I squeezed them using the squeezer first, and then I went back and bucked them, and that worked great. So I was able to get these nut plates in. A little concerned, but like I said, I was able to get her in, and everything's in. So there you go. But I am dead in the water. Like I said earlier, this is my only countersink, not reamer, countersink for that size rivet. So I have to get another one ordered, and it will take at least 3 or 4 days. Cleveland's really good. Oh, excuse me, I don't mean to. Got the hiccup-uppers, as my grandkids would say. I get that close. So yeah, this deburrer worked out great for getting up into those tight spaces to get that countersunk and everything, but it just goes to show you do not want to put that deburrer on a real drill because you'll end up countersinking with it. So yeah, so that worked out really well. So I've got this, but like I said, I'm kind of dead in the water now. So I'm going to have to wait until this guy comes in. I'm gonna order a couple so we don't have this problem again. But like I said, do not attach it to this guy and try to turn it in there. You'll just break that tip off. You just break that tip off, and you'll be kind of in limbo. So All right. Like always, this is it. I am out of here after this. So I appreciate you guys joining me. Leave comments, leave a concerns in the comment section, or any questions in the comment section. I will get to them. I will try to answer them as soon as I can. And like always, God bless. Be safe.